So, like, what exactly is the ethics of imitating a dead person? So, I bring this up because there's a whole situation, yada yada yada, of somebody pretending to be Technoblade. I'm sure you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Basically, there was a trend where you pretend to be YouTubers, somebody happened to pretend to be a dead YouTuber, and here we are. Not good. Especially since Technoblade only passed away like 4 years ago, which is crazy. On one hand, it feels like his death was already 4 years ago, and then on the other hand, it feels like his death was only 4 years ago. It feels so distant yet so new. I think the ethics of imitating the dead kind of differ. It really just depends on how you do it. You see, we imitate the dead in art a lot. The entirety of Hamilton is populated by people who are long since passed away. The Michael Jackson movie that came out, Michael Jackson's passed away. The issue here, though, is that Technolarp, the subject in question, the person pretending to be Technoblade, they're not being transformative, or they're not adding anything. They don't have anything to say with, their performance, quote unquote. It's just them pretending to be Technoblade. There's something transformative and there's something, meaningful about works like Michael and Hamilton. But on top of that, they're not trying to replace these figures. They're not trying to replace these people. The actor that plays Michael Jackson, the writers that wrote the movie, they're not trying to make a new Michael Jackson. They're simply paying homage to his life and the things that he has accomplished. Technolarp, unfortunately, is not doing that. It got to a point where he was basically just uploading with essentially Technoblade's identity. And I think it's like a cute little trend on the internet, but to make it your whole identity is, I think, where the problem lies, and especially trying to profit off of that. Some of the people that actually knew Technoblade came out and were like, hey, this isn't very cool. And then the second part, trying to profit off of it. I mean, now, whatever money that he's made from the Technolarp channel is going to Charities for Sarcoma, but keeping the channel and the subscribers you got from it is a little strange. Now, I think it's important for me to mention that I don't think that this person had any malicious intent. I think most people don't think he had malicious intent. It started out exactly how it should have started out, like as a homage. And eventually it got to a point where the numbers started to mean something, and then that homage kind of faded a bit. Is it ethical to imitate the dead? Sometimes. I don't think it's fair to give a straight yes or no answer, because there are plenty of examples where, we make art with people who are passed away, and it's spectacular. Again, like Hamilton, like the Michael Jackson movie, as like recent examples. And then you have poor examples like Technolarp. I think it would have been okay-ish if it was just a one-time thing, but it wasn't. God, enough about the drama. It's over now. It's all said and done. Technolarp changed his channel name. He's, turning over a new leaf. Everybody involved can go on with their lives. I think the main reason that I wanted to talk about this is because I miss Technoblade. I didn't know him personally. I never met the guy. I would have loved to meet him, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's why I don't eat hard cookies. Why soft cookies are better, because they don't crumble. Completely off topic. What I liked about Technoblade's videos was his character, his personality, the time and the effort that went into making these videos. And oh my god, the gameplay was immaculate. Holy. Technoblade was like the only streamer I have ever actually watched and, paid attention to. And he was funny too. It was like a match made in heaven. But he's gone now. He's been gone. But watching Technolarp, it's like maybe this is the next best thing. I remember being a lot younger and watching Technoblade, and I'm sure a lot of people like me were watching him before he passed. I'm sure there's a lot more people that watched him more religiously than I did, and he's gone. I think what I'm trying to say is, I don't think what Technolarp did or what Technolarp was doing was right or ethical. I just miss Technoblade. And I think that's kind of the appeal of these videos, is that it's almost like Technoblade. It's just about. But as sad as it is, it's important to remember and to accept that he is gone. And the joy that he brought into our lives, while it still resides in these old videos, it has since faded. But that doesn't mean you're never going to feel that kind of joy again. It doesn't mean it's the end of fun. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel that way again. It's not the end of the world. It never is the end of the world. And as much as I long for what once was, I also hope for what is to come. I like the videos that Technodad posts in memory of his son. I like the tributes that are made to his legacy. These people and these times are gone, yeah, but there's plenty of new people to meet and plenty of new times to experience. Again, it's not the end of the world. I'm grateful to have had those experiences, and I'm grateful to have been there while things were still good. I am more grateful for what was had than I am sad for what was lost. And I hope that you can find maybe a similar kind of peace. Maybe not now, but soon. Anyways, I hope you're doing alright, and I'll chat with you later. Technoblade never dies. Bye bye!